Hey, Eternal Life fans. I just want to direct your attention to a recent interview where Aubrey de Grey was being interviewed by Joe Rogan on Joe Rogan's podcast. It's one of the best Aubrey de Grey interviews I've ever seen, so check it out. The link is in the description. There's also an annotation on the screen you can click. And here's a little segment from the interview, but I do recommend go see the full thing on Joe Rogan's channel. Thanks.
There is no question that aging is responsible for the vast majority of human suffering in the world today. Not even if we don't even have to restrict ourselves to the industrialized world. The overall, I was asking you about life expectancy earlier. So I was saying, there's only 4 years difference between the US and Japan. Turns out there's only 10 years difference between the world as a whole and Japan. Is that amazing or what?
That's pretty amazing. So worst case scenario and best case scenario is only 10 years difference.
Well, not worst case, average case, right? So,
average case.
Yeah, if you take the real worst, then they're down in the 40s or 50s. But
well,
yes, right.
Worst case as far as global mean, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, I mean, what we're saying here is aging is undoubtedly the world's worst problem right now. It has been for a long time. And we have to ask, even supposing that we ended up in a situation where population was going to be a problem because we hadn't invented technologies to fix that, to increase the carrying capacity of the planet quite as rapidly as we needed to. So we were faced with this, rather irritating feature of having to have fewer children than we would like in order to make room for all these elderly who are still healthy and not dying. How bad is that? Seems to me to be, it's hard to make a case that the right thing to do would be to let the people age and die rather than to have fewer kids. Some people say, well, aging is not like a disease. It happens to everything. It's basically natural. We shouldn't touch it. And you're absolutely right. You said it perfectly. The way I would say it is it would be unnatural for us to say, oh dear, let's leave it alone, even though it's horrible. What's natural for humanity is to see what's natural and we don't like and to fix it.
One more comment about this. I felt like this would be the perfect interview to share with your friends who are really new to this whole idea of life extension. I felt like Aubrey de Grey explained these ideas in just a very friendly way that would be most people would be very receptive to it. And you could even tell by the amount of likes this video got. So good one to share with your friends or family who are just new to the whole idea of life extension, and just sit down with them, watch the full thing with them.